To martial arts, I'm of the opinion, I'm of the point of view that if we're going to engage at all in this kind of discipline, which, yeah, sure, it's means to cultivate oneself to a very high level of, maturity as a human being, and health, fitness, spiritual development, whatever development. But because it is the aim, really, it's through the cultivation of a lethal skill, or the ability to deal with lethal skills, the ability to handle a dangerous, situation. Martial arts requires a lot of honesty as well. It requires, a serious introspective look into oneself, and you have to be willing to be slapped down multiple times and locked up and all sorts to progress, and so I think that's, if people can handle that, then surely they can handle applying the same wisdom and awareness to the bigger picture. And this is something that I often get kicked out of Facebook groups and rejected, in social circles and things. And that's fine. That's a way of filtering out the high quality people that are worthy of my time. So can you apply the same wisdom, the same expertise that you develop through martial arts and that you apply in your clinical practice, whether that's, as an acupuncturist, or, something, a new effective healthcare practice like contact care, or, whatever it is that requires your unbiased awareness prior to any emotional, or cognitive bias. You're using your pure awareness to, observe the situation at hand in the patient, and particularly with contact care, that's an interesting one. When you are using your body awareness and their body state, and you are putting you applying certain parameters that allows that, whatever, let's say it's the leg was broken, and then of course there's a flinch lock in there, which means that when the bone was broken, you flinch and you get a certain bad programming, that lingering effect, which is called a flinch lock in the bones and the fascia, in the psychosomatic, psychophysiological system. And this can be alleviated with contact care, with using your awareness and things to find the right position and listen, and there it is, and allow that resonance effect to build up, and then it starts to build up, and it starts to build up, and then it dissipates, and you're able to release those flinch locks, hopefully, if you're a good enough practitioner. The same thing can be applied to on a awareness level of what you're, let's start with the neural linguistic NLP meta model. We all have unfortunately most of us do, because we are using the linguistics language part of the brain, and we have cognitive emotional bias, and so we form our own internal map of reality based on words, based on the meanings of words. And if we use the neural linguistic programming NLP meta model, we can quite quickly, through through inquiry, we can find where the distortions are, where the deletions are, where the presuppositions are, how you are, where the distortions are, and that's something that, yeah, it's going to, just like when you find the right angle in the contact here, and then it starts to have that effect. When we go through this neuro-linguistic inquiry process to find out where our distortions are in our map of reality, then we're going to have some upwelling of emotion, maybe even some ontological shock. Well, things are not what I thought they were, or okay, I was actually just making an appeal to authority, an appeal to popularity, and thus, I did not apply. Some people are very, very high level in, acupuncture, or they're very, very, very good at acupuncture, or they're very good at martial arts, and they have, or very accomplished in a certain wisdom tradition or a certain discipline, have a very skillful expertise in a certain area, but they only apply it to that area. You take a step back and look at things that have happened recently, and people were just fooled, and they just jumped on the bandwagon. They could have applied their same expertise that they use to fix certain problems, or to be a successful martial artist or a successful healthcare practitioner. If they had have applied that same level of discernment to, hang on a minute, is this the right, should I just jump on the bandwagon of what these people are saying? It's interesting that even then people, sure, we live in a complicated world, so it's not about, I don't mean to, the point is not to criticize, the point is to find solution.